feel like as a team you guys kind of decompressing, of course you individually probably too?
Yeah, you think about, you know, the ups and downs of the year. Obviously, I've been thinking a lot about the playoff series, and you know, it just sucks when you have these meetings, you know, all the physicals and stuff where your end goal was playing in the gym.
When you think back to, you know, as a veteran player, the experiences you've been through, great seasons, bad seasons, they all happen to everybody. How do you take away this season? How do you go back and look at the success and the bar raised here versus the end of it?
It's been, I think, a great year. I think this team took a lot of big steps in the right direction. It's been all business, you know, right from day one of training camp towards dialed us in. We were in shape, we were ready to go, you know, when we started the season. And, you know, right throughout, I think we were one of the most consistent teams, and obviously we fell a little bit short of our end goal of winning the Stanley Cup, but you know, for the young guys here, I think they all took a step in the right direction. Just how to be pros and how we conducted ourselves all year long.
With saying that with the youth, how impressed have you been with the youth of this team, and what has it been like for you as a vet to kind of guide the way in
it's great. You know, obviously I was just like these guys, a young guy taking an older guy's spot, and you know, been fortunate enough to play a lot of years in this league. And one thing I said after the game in Pittsburgh was, you can't always say there's always next year. Next thing you know, you wake up and you're 35 like me, and you know, the twilight of your career, and you know, a lot of these guys are 20, 22, 23 years old, and if you say that, oh, there's next year, you're gonna be in the same boat, and wasted a few good chances at winning a Stanley Cup. So it's important to realize that, and you know, focus on that this summer in training camp, things like that, because next thing you know, you'll be flying in the private jets and having the fruit on the plane and all that stuff that we take not for granted, but the luxury of the lifestyle that we live.
You mentioned the stage of your career that you're in at this point. How much does a Stanley Cup still drive you, still motivate you?
I think it motivates everyone. When you're a kid and you're playing street hockey, and you pretend that you win the Stanley Cup every time you win that game, and it's something that, you know, a lot of guys are lucky enough to win 1, 2, 3 of them, and some guys, you know, fight for their whole careers and don't have a chance, or don't even get to the postseason to have a chance. So you know, this year was we had something special. Obviously it didn't work out, but you know, just frustrating.
Scott, how do you deal with, for you personally, you had such a good season, and the way it ended for you, kind of being a scratch in the one game, and how does a veteran like yourself kind of process that going into the offseason?
Yeah, it's frustrating, obviously. You know, the last few months of the season, obviously I didn't score, I don't think, in 30 some odd games, but you know, personally I was disappointed in myself, but as for a team, the team concept, and my role, it was you know, fun playing. It's fun playing 17, 18, 20 minutes a game, but you know, to play your, you know, 10, 12 minutes and contribute and be a big part of how the season went for us. You know, I accepted the role and loved it, and you know, where we go from here, I don't have a crystal ball to tell you, but just wish things, I guess, worked out differently, and we're still playing right now.
You want to be back next year?
Yeah.
I know you're under contract, so.
Yeah, this is my home. I got a beautiful house here. Getting married here this summer up in Dublin, and really enjoy the guys on this team. They're been on obviously a lot of teams, and this is a group where you absolutely love everyone and you care for everyone, and you know, it starts from Nicky, and he's obviously, you guys know him well, and just his attitude about life and the love that he has for not only his family but our hockey family here is incredible, and I think that's filtered through at everyone, and just a really, really great group of guys. Just gotta say enough good things about him.
I don't know if proud is the right word, but to that point about Nick, I mean, just the journey he took this year as the captain, how impressive has it been for what he's done?
Yeah, Well, I think last year was a learning year for him, for everybody. You know, the way that year started, how we finished, was disappointing in a lot of aspects. But this year, how he came out on fire, how he was consistent, how he battled through obviously injuries right till the end, and you know, look on his face, and in Game 5 there when he couldn't play, it was sad. You know, we wanted to get that win for him, but. For a guy that cares that much, cares about the city, cares about the team, cares about the community, can't say enough good things about Nicky.
You've been a Cup finalist before with Philadelphia. What does this team need to do to get to that level?
You need a lot of things. You need your best players to be best players. You need some puck luck that that we didn't get this series. You need your big boys to step up and the other guys to play hard and some timely goals. And it's there's no magic recipe for success, or it'd be pretty easy to get where you want to go. And I think we showed it right there. I think with Pittsburgh, a team that could go all the way again, and just you look ahead to next year, and good things are going to happen.
Scott, have you had any talks with the organization as far as your no-move clause and the expansion draft this summer?
No.
Any idea when those might happen?
Maybe today.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
You haven't met yet?
No.